From the Daily Caller. Leaked pitch reveals plot by former Vivek staffer to use MAGA influencers against Trump and for RFK. See, the question many are asking is, what is the new shadow campaign in 2024? In 2020, of course, it was ballot harvesting, universal mail-in voting, voter in the park, Zuckerbucks. We know all about that Time magazine article, which they referred to as a shadow campaign. And this story's emerged, which is really, really interesting. Daily Caller says a former communications staffer for Vivek Ramaswamy's 2024 presidential campaign has been trying to leverage pro-Trump and conservative figures to boost content in favor of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is running against President Donald Trump and Joe Biden for the White House. Zach Henry, who worked as the deputy communications director for Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign, has since started his own firm, Total Virality, and is taking money from the Kennedy campaign, according to FEC reports. RFK Jr.'s campaign paid Total Virality nearly $8,000 in March for influencer management. The pitch deck obtained by Daily Caller shows that Henry was touting his work with RFK alongside screenshots of prominent conservative Twitter users. Now, the question is, we don't know that any of the prominent Twitter users listed actually received any money. Many of them denied it. So right now there's, and I think y'all should be careful, but there are a lot of people on X highlighting these tweets from pro-Trump people who had praised RFK, and they're accusing them of getting paid to promote RFK Jr. Look, guys, I'll tell you this. If there's a shadow campaign, this is part of it, right? To get people on the right to attack each other. So many of these individuals who have been accused of being part of this campaign, because, look, Total Virality did get money from RFK Jr.'s campaign, according to FEC, this report says. So who are the influencers that are in it that are promoting RFK Jr.? Well, many of these guys who are on this have said outright, no way. They did not receive any money for this. Ezra Levant of Rebel News had also appeared in the pitch deck, and he said, it's not true. I've never been hired or paid by the RFK Jr. campaign or anyone else. My tweets are whatever I find interesting. So basically what it sounds like has happened, they pulled Trump supporters who had said nice things about RFK in the past, are now trying to make it look like, or accidentally making it look like, they are being paid to spike Donald Trump. And now people on Twitter are fighting each other. Donald Trump personalities are now feuding with each other on the platform.
I think it's important to understand what a pitch deck is. So a pitch deck is, when you're trying to sell a film, a documentary, a book, it's basically a slideshow, and it kind of tells you the plot, the main characters, and this is like a business proposal. And oftentimes when you do a pitch deck for like a movie, you'll put in the ideal actor, like, okay, this character, and you might put Chris Pratt there. And that's just part of the pitch, like he'd be good, or this is the kind of person we want there. That doesn't mean that Chris Pratt agreed for the role. You're just giving the pitch in the pitch deck. And you see that all the time in pitch decks. So I think that's what happened here. They found some conservatives who are maybe favorable to RFK Jr.
This may be defamatory.
It's true.
So one of the pages of the pitch deck says RFK's team contracted Total Virality to help boost his State of the Union video. The original agreed upon goal was 4 million views. That would have made it the third highest viewed video ever posted by RFK on the platform. We delivered 6 million views in the first 24 hours, leveraging a custom list of influencers, many of whom were already in our network, as well as others we added specifically to this project. It is now RFK's most viewed video ever on X. And then they show all of the tweets that were promoting RFK Jr.'s video and praising it. It sounds outright like he's saying these people are part of his network and he's getting paid for the things that they posted. Now, here's the other thing. It may be that when Ezra and many others say they never were paid for this, it was still seeded to them in some way and they did it for free, perhaps maybe without realizing it.
Or with other benefits.
Right.
Doesn't always have to be money.
Yeah, because someone could be like, "Hey, you want to push this this tweet out for me?" And they'll be like, "For sure," and that's it. And then they're leveraging it. Either way, it's
or we'll get you an interview with RFK. I mean, those are the same kind of things that happen too in media. Is you might not get paid, but you're going to get some inside access to something important.
You're thinking, oh, I'm building a positive relationship, but actually they're looking at it as a way to leverage you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And $8,000 is that how much? That's not much.
So you have the tier list here, per month. The Trendsetter, 2 million impressions per week for 7,900. Trailblazer, 4 million per week for 14,900. And the Titan, 24,900, 7 million per week.
I'm loving these names of these tiers.
You need these tiers too.
It's what they're promising doesn't even seem possible. Look, I've worked in marketing for digital networks before. The idea that you can guarantee an average amount of impressions per week is not how we ever really did anything. We would talk about expectations when the marketing campaigns that have done in the past. You can say something like, you take a look at Google ads or Facebook ads, we know how many views we can get. This network has a capability of getting around this number or whatever. So I don't think it's completely out of the question. It's just done in a weird way. Like, they're basically just saying, if we post, we could probably get 7 million, but we will intentionally not post as well as, like, it doesn't sound like they're doing more for you. It sounds like they're saying they'll do less if you don't pay them enough. You know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah.
But either way, the question is, for the people that are named in this pitch deck and they didn't get paid and they're not involved, sue them.
Yeah. Who else is on there besides Ezra?
Let's see. Who else do they name here on this? They say, let's see. Scott Adams, Alex Jones, Ali London, Ian Miles Chong, Joey Manorino.
Oh, wow. So there's some big names.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A source close to Ramaswamy confirmed the former candidate and now Trump surrogate was pissed when he found out. In the press, Henry was working for RFK. Henry was terminated immediately from the small contract they had based on a conflict of interest. Man, that's crazy. Wild.
So Ramaswamy was still using this guy's company, or their contract was terminated and then the guy left and started this company?
That dude was apparently doing both.
Wow.
Working for Vivek and contracting with RFK, which is a serious conflict of interest
Big time.
for 2 different campaigns. That's insane. I wonder if this is just some dumb kid who made a pitch deck and then RFK threw some cash at him. I don't know. Look, eight grand in 1 month for a service. That's not chump change. I mean, that's some serious contracting for a campaign. Not like, when if you're getting to a massive marketing campaign, that's not necessarily a lot of money. You could be spending millions on TV and stuff, but 8 grand in 1 month, 6-figure job for one guy.
Mm-hmm. I almost wonder too, I mean, I don't want to speculate about this specific person because I don't know anything about him, but I do feel like when Ramaswamy was on the campaign trail, he had sort of alternative third-party energy that people like. So it's not surprising to me that someone on his staff might go from, when the campaign ends to being like, well, now actually I'm really invested in seeing RFK get elected. Working with both of them at the same time is interesting, and to me seems like a conflict. Did you like Vivek Ramaswamy? What did you think of the primaries this year?
I think he said the right things. I was very cynical about him at first, and the more I heard him and watched his interviews, I think his interview with PBD really kind of brought me more towards him. And he's kind of saying all the Trump points, but in a like smart Indian dude way and not in the Trump way. And so I don't know. I'm still a little bit skeptical about him. And I think he's kind of like the nerd who wants to be accepted and knows the right thing. And he's extremely intelligent. That comes off very much. But like just see him like, when he's like doing rapping Eminem and stuff, I'm just like, there's something just off about
Give
this.
you the ick?
Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know.
Do you have a VP guess for 2024 for
I
Trump?
don't. I really don't want it to be Tulsi. And I don't really know. And at this point, I don't even have any guesses on who it could be. Do you?
I don't know. It's
Rubio.
hard to say.
You really think so? Small hands? Isn't that what Trump called them? Tiny hands?
This is the thing.
What
Trump
did he call
has insulted so many
Little
people.
Rubio.
Was it Little?
Little Rubio, yeah.
But didn't he make fun of his hands?
No. They made fun of his hands.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The
Rubio.
rumor going around a bunch of politicos in the Beltway is Trump's already decided it's going to be Rubio.
Okay.
I don't know that that's true. That is not a rumor that's coming from anyone in the Trump campaign or anyone doing anything for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's just like there are people who are commentators and, there are people who work in marketing and stuff. And this rumor has been circulating. Yeah. I want to stress, if I knew someone in the Trump campaign who told me something, I'd say it. That being said, it's like a lot of people are saying the exact same thing. That is, Rubio went to a bunch of Bush donors and has got them on board with Trump because he's going to be the guy. And they're willing to give money to the Trump campaign if it's a Trump-Rubio campaign. DeSantis is now going to be on the campaign trail for Trump.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that Rubio has unified the neocons with
the Jeb Bush people.
The Jeb Bush people, the neocons, like with the MAGA element, and there's a compromise. I have no idea if that's true or not, but I will say, I believe that if Trump does announce it's Rubio, Trump will win in 2024. And it's not because Rubio is a good candidate. It's because Trump cut a deal with the deep state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But who knows? The rumor could be total bunk nonsense, and Trump could still pick Rubio for some legitimate reason that is unrelated to the rumor.
I'm gonna set the chat on fire right now. The deep state is better than communists. Even though the deep state has communists.
Trying to fight with people on the internet.
Are they different?
The thing is, there are communists in the deep state, in the entrenched bureaucracy. There are communists in the bureaucracy, but there are still normal people in there. And
in the
just
deep
like
state.
In the bureaucracy. So I don't when I talk about the deep state, I'm talking about the bureaucracy that is permanent. So the people that stay in Washington, no matter who the administration is, no matter who the people that are elected are, the bureaucracy or the people that stay, that's the deep state. It's the way that I conceptualize it. It's not this nefarious secret thing. It's people that are middle management that just want to make sure that their kids can go to college and that they want to go ahead and that their pension is good or that their retirement's good and their 401k is funded and blah blah blah, and the government does great, they've got great benefits and stuff. And those people are definitely real. There's no question about it. So
I think Trump's biggest challenge going into a potential next term is staffing. And I think the VP is one element of it. But I think his cabinet will make a really big difference, right? Like, I tend to be someone who immigration is, my make or break issue. I think we need a strong border, and that is the first step into reprioritizing the American citizens. And so, if I could pick any VP, it would be whoever is like going to hold everyone's feet to the fire on that issue. I know with all of the cases that are against him right now, people are saying, well, maybe Trump will be in jail or he'll be preoccupied. Maybe the VP will have to step up. And so they're maybe looking for someone who is a little more exactly a surrogate of his personality. But it's really hard to say. And I think that is one of the unusual fun parts about this campaign when Nikki Haley it was before South Carolina. She made this speech where she had to be like, I'm not dropping out before Super Tuesday, which is like not a great sign for your campaign.
Yeah.
But she said, if I drop out, this will be the longest general election in our country's history. And I think that might actually be good if you're trying to refine what the administration would look like.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.